class and Soraya. Soraya asked a question of why is it that corporations can eradicate terrible governments and pay to keep a corrupt government in power, and then be allowed benefits in our own country. This is a question of how we allow or cause poverty in developing countries. Firstly, I haven't seen any evidence or believe myself that it is corporations influencing governmental leadership that vastly in developing countries. Of course, there is corruption with money and decisions, but nothing as drastic as a regime change. That is reserved for governments and countries of the first world, such as the United States. Podge says that the US has a, quote, cognitive tendency to overlook the casual significance of stable background factors, as our attention is naturally drawn to geographically or temporally variable factors, end quote. This supports Soraya's statement that developed countries only desire to help developing countries when it benefits them, mostly by use of natural resources. Podge tells us that it blinds us. We are not able to see the consequences, only the immediate use. But also, if we were able to see the consequences, would this change our stance on trying to eradicate governments refusing to work with the US? Podge says that although there is violence and poverty plaguing developing countries, is it unrelated, quote, unrelated to international rules that entitle anyone holding effective power in such a country to borrow in its name and to sell ownership rights in its natural resources, end quote. This means that we don't know this violence and poverty is directly related to the involvement of developed countries. Not all military involvement is due to natural resources. Some has to do with trying to establish human rights in already violence and poverty-stricken country. In conclusion, it is difficult to know the reasons why there is such poverty and violence in developing countries. Intervening countries probably have many reasons for getting involved, not really realizing or not caring about the poverty in those countries because it is not their own. Thank you.